All right, it is time to preview Minnesota Vikings versus the San Francisco 49ers preseason game 2. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus, and like I said, it is time for Minnesota Vikings to have preseason game number 2 as they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Going to preview that game just a little bit before we do. Remember, hashtag 7500 in the comments for your chance to win a Madden code, whatever system you do use. We are about 30 away, so we'll be drawing that thing hopefully by the end of the weekend. Hashtag 7500. Thank you to everybody. You must be subscribed to win that, and thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel so far. All right, so let's talk Minnesota Vikings versus the San Francisco 49ers. These two have been practicing together this week, 2 joint practices. So, I mean, one thing I think we could see is maybe some heated moments. These guys have been battling. It gets to be a grind. We're late in camp. Actually, the camp has officially ended, but these guys want to get home, and we'll see what happens if anything breaks out. I think it's a little chippy. But along those lines, I think the biggest thing we all want to see in this game is just no injuries. No one needs to get hurt. Everybody come out of this thing healthy, especially the starters. We saw it last year with Irv Smith Jr., the last preseason game, lose him for the season. We do not want a repeat of that. So hopefully no injuries. As far as actual players who want to see do well or players who have to do well, I want to see Kellen Mond continue to take steps. He definitely made steps in the right direction against the Raiders, taking control of that second quarterback job there. I want to see him do some more. Maybe, when he escapes, make a better throw, play clean, play smart, put good ball placement, just kind of continue to show this team he is the right option as the backup quarterback for Minnesota Vikings and beat out crusty old Sean Mannion. I also expect to see the first team offense, at least for a series on Saturday night. I don't really need to see them more than that. Hopefully they move the ball down the field, put some points on the board. But seeing Kirk Cousins out there, Justin Jefferson, Delvin Cook, Adam Thielen, at least a majority of them. Maybe they won't all be out there, but it'd be nice to see them get out there, maybe get a series in, and just get some rust. Just get some rust off the old unis. Let's see. I want to see some young guys continue to play. Lewis Seen, see him out there a little bit longer, see what he can do. I'd love to see him make some splash plays, whether it's a tip ball, a sack, interception, something. I want to see Lewis Seen make a play. Another guy I want to see is Brian Asamoah. I thought he was electric against the Raiders out there, just flying to the football. He's like a damn missile. I know everybody says, oh, this guy's a missile. He's a heat seeker. Brian Asamoah truly is. And I want to see him continue that. And I think he will. There's really no reason to think he won't do that. And another thing I want to see is this defensive line. I thought all levels of it, the starters that they had in there, the second team, the third team, all created good pressure. I want to see if that continues against the 49ers on Saturday night. And I think another thing we need to see is just some clarification on some of these battles. Some of these positions are still very much up in the air. You look down the depth chart, the D-line I just mentioned. I mean, look at last game. You got guys like T.Y. McGill, Jonathan Bullard stepping up. Jalen Twyman had a sneaky good game as well. How are they going to, jockey for position against the James Lynch? It says the Atomweo. So there's some positions, some battles that need to be figured out. I think this game, especially when the 2s and 3s get in there, it's going to determine some things. So I'm excited to see that. Wide receiver, who is wide receiver 6'5" right now? It seems like the top 4 pretty well set in stone. Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborne, Adam Thielen, Mir Smith-Marset. But who is 5? Is it B.C. Johnson? Is it Albert Wilson? Is it Tristan Jackson? Myron Mitchell's had a good camp. How many are they going to keep? And I think, this game will really it'll mean a lot. Jalen Nailor, you got to throw him in the mix as well. How they perform against the Niners should kind of, lead some credence to how they're going to be on this team. So those are really the things I'm hoping to see here on Saturday. I know it's preseason game 2, and it's like it used to be where you could kind of guess what was going to happen. The second preseason game back in when it was a 4-game preseason schedule, you kind of knew the starters would go out there for maybe a series and a half, depending on how they played. Now it's a little bit different. I still feel like week 3 is the dress rehearsal game, so I think we'll see more of the starters next week, but we should see a few more faces this week than we did last week. So, really, I mean, as far as ending this thing, we got to end it with a bold prediction. And I got my bold prediction. Let me know what you guys think. Bold prediction in the comments. Who's going to step up? What's going to happen? Whatever you want to do. Make it bold. I'm going to say Kenny Ngwangu is going to go off for over 100 yards rushing and score himself a touchdown. Ty Chandler rolled his ankle. I don't know if we're going to see him as much as some people think. Kevin O'Connell was hoping he'd be available, but why even bother risking it? Let him sit. Give Kenny Ngwangu a healthy workload. I think he's going to make the most of it. He looked damn good against the Raiders. I think that will carry over in the game against the San Francisco 49ers. So this is it. Tomorrow, we will be going live after the game. Do not forget to hit us up. Last Call live presented by Lift Bridge. Onebar Lupagus. We will be doing that. We had a healthy viewership last week. Hoping we can duplicate that as well. Talk to games. Be ready to drop your studs and turds because I'm sure there'll be plenty on both sides. So that is it, guys. We will see you tomorrow night. And until then, keep your skull in your hole.